Well, we found that our basal programs that are used by the mainstream aren't meeting the needs of our English language learners. So in the last 2 years, we have been supplementing and using as instructional materials also products from Oxford University Press. We've implemented Let's Go into the English language learner curriculum at the elementary school. We have done an extensive purchase and training with Oxford Dictionary for the content, Picture Dictionary for the content area. And of course, you know, for years, we've used the Black OPD dictionaries at our high school levels and also at our middle schools. You're bringing up a lot of really bad memories. I've taught in this district and worked with the ESL program for 22 years. And I remember we had to create everything. We had to try to adapt it. We were on our own. We had students of all different levels, and there were no materials. We just didn't have anything that seemed to be appropriate. We didn't have anything that also met that oral language development piece that's so key. I mean, it's the bedrock for our English language learners if they're going to have later reading success. It was so difficult. I mean, I remember teachers saying every night I go to bed anxious because I'm not quite sure what I've put together, and they use the word put together, for the next day is going to work out. And now that we've gone with Oxford, we're all on the same page. All our arrows are firing in the same direction. Our students are doing much better. We didn't even have an implementation dip. Our access scores went through the roof in both proficiency and progress last year. It was unbelievable. And we are using Oxford products. We didn't have any problem with the adaptation. We're using them in every single building, and they're being used by every single ESL and bilingual teacher.
I see the use of the Oxford materials expanding throughout Lincoln Irving over time. Currently, they are used exclusively in a first grade bilingual classroom. And then as our children transition into second, third, fourth, and fifth grade, our students are intermingled in those classes. They're not self-contained. So I see that spreading to my monolingual students and having them more exposed to Spanish while they're in those classrooms.
The feedback that we've gotten from the teachers is that they're very appropriate for our type of students that we have. The students really like the materials. They're very engaged. They're very integrated with the materials and so forth. And I like that the lessons they're able to take them to the smart boards, the whiteboards, the interactive boards and so forth, and get the kids up and moving.
The feedback I'm getting from the teachers on using the Oxford materials has been overwhelming. Mainly it's the children's excitement. They get it, and it applies to them, and it's relevant to them, and it's really helping to bridge their language skills from English to Spanish and vice versa. And it's the teachers are excited about the supplemental materials that come along with it that are engaging and fun for all the students to use.